another laser video, but this time I'm gonna put some hot rod business in it. TJ's truck, we're doing some billet aluminum valve covers. TJ had them black powder coated, and we're about to laser engrave our company logo onto them. So we're fixing to go hit start and see, hopefully we don't mess them up. So I've got my logo loaded up. I have everything sized. I have the speed and the power set. I have my material in here, which is the valve cover. I have my black lines squared with the valve cover, so I know when I run the perimeter, a red dot laser runs the perimeter in a rectangle, and so I can locate the valve cover exactly right before I hit go. So those lines are on there to make sure everything's square before I press play. So as you can see, it has a little red dot and it runs the perimeter. That way I know the logo's in the range where I want it on the valve cover. We got the lid shut. Come over here and go from run perimeter over here to run job. Fuzzy right now, but that's because the mixture of the powder coat and the tape glue leaves like a little film, and a little cleaner on some rag we'll wipe that right off. After we'll peel the tape off, we'll spray a little cleaner on the rag and wipe all the little fine grooves, and it should come right off. Alright, so check it out. We pulled it out. It's got the tape on it, and it leaves like a little goo because of the tape. The glue and just whatever this tape is made out of turns to like a goo, a sticky, nasty goo. And so we have to pull the tape off and get a little parts cleaner and wipe it down. It turns out real good. But if you don't use the tape, this burning looking stuff will be burned into the powder coat and it won't come out. So it's a give or take. Some of the cups that I do don't burn, but they're cheap little cups. These are $500 valve covers, so I didn't want to take a chance. I'd rather do some cleaning up than take a chance of burning the coating. I got all the tape off. You see how nasty it is now. How that stuff just kind of wipes out of there. But you just have to kind of go nice and slow. Work different sections. So you don't really just smear it all over the entire piece. Kind of like how I just did. Got them both pretty well cleaned up. It turned out great. Just need to stick them on the truck now, which we'll probably do even though we don't have any of the hardware yet. It's really neat though. It's hard to see on camera, but you can see all the machining work because these are billet. You can see all the machine work. Looks really, really neat. So here we go. We got the valve covers cleaned up. We got them set on TJ's truck. We don't have the hardware for them just yet. But just a brief rundown. This is TJ Hanson's 2008 single cab short bed, new body style. We turboed this truck a few years ago. It's had a 4.8 in it. Then it slung a rod out of the block. He put a rods and pistons LS3 aluminum block, rectangle port heads in it. A couple seasons ago, it went 940. It's got a 4L80, but it had some truck manifolds and a few other things. It had the S485 from Forced Inductions, but this time we built some custom headers. Did the Vibrant HD clamp on the throttle body. I built a custom 6-inch core intercooler. It's 24 inches wide. We built it as big as possible with big tanks that would fit in there. We did the Vibrant HD clamp on the outlet, this Vibrant HD clamp on the inlet, and you can see the turbo right through the grill. It gets fresh air, no problem. Got a 5-inch downpipe, and everything looks real good. Got twin 46mm precision gates. One comes out of the bottom of that 45 there, and one is out of the bottom of that 45 down there. You can kind of see it down there. But we've got the whole works on this thing. 5-inch downpipe. Got to put a couple bolts on the turbo flange still. We just mounted the back pressure sensor. Got dome pressure sensor. It's got onboard air. He just mounted that behind the seat back here. We got Holley Dominator. We got the Holley screen. We did a anti-roll bar setup. Moved the trans cooler. Moved the fuel tank. Obviously a custom fuel tank. We did a sending unit so the factory gauges will work. We're gonna have to cut like a little door in the bed. That way he could fill the truck up. It's got rollover prevention. We still have to run that hose. This is the return. Got the battery back here. And this fuel tank, it's super baffled. It's got some baffles from this corner to the center, from the center to that corner. I think it's 0.190 wall aluminum sheet that me and TJ put it all together and welded it. And the idea behind all this was to take the fuel tank that used to run over here, build a new one out of aluminum, put it back here to get the weight all the way back, try to get it behind the tires and get it centered. Same thing with the battery. The battery was in the trunk or in the bed right about here. So we mounted it under the bed, which is gonna be hard to get to, but we got some jump off spots right here that you have to reach up under, jump your battery off. We actually extended the tow hitch package, and it supports the battery. And I built a fuel sump. I built the whole fuel tank, but built the fuel sump also. Got dual 12s into some 2 filters, into 2 MagnaFuel 4303s, into 2 more filters. You can see it right here. So 2 filters, 2 MagnaFuels, 2 filters. They come over here. We got a check valve on the pump that's not going to be running all the time. They Y and runs all the way to the front of the truck. It's got all brand new fuel system. The transmission's pretty fresh. It's 4L80 with a billet triple disc Circle D converter. Got the Bogarts on it. Super duper cool truck, minus the stock intake, stock radiator, and fan shroud. But that'll be a little later project probably. Everything else has been just a super duper upgrade for this truck. TJ spent a lot of time and money. We've just done a whole bunch of stuff to this truck to make it just over the top. Got some Viking coilovers on it and everything, so it's got all the wiring is fairly done, so you don't see the big bundle of wires from the factory and all that. So it's all tucked and hidden because it's got the Holley Dominator, but all the factory cruise control and everything will still work. We have to make one AC line still. We're actually going to modify the factory line. I've got to build a coolant tank and run it into the bottom, then both hoses over to feed the system. So that's it. Got the valve covers lasered out, got them just sitting on, got a few things done to the truck tonight. So like, subscribe, leave a comment. The truck dudes just go crazy for these trucks. I don't know why. I get a lot of good feedback on these. So let me know what you think. All you truck guys, you know, let me know. If you don't have a truck, what your buddy does, send them this video and let them check it out, because we're gonna have some more progress videos on TJ's truck. So we'll see you next time.
Oh my God!